Hey, this is Markus Dunk here. Welcome back on the channel. So today I have our amazing client Luisa with me, and we're here in beautiful Mexico. We had a few clients, invited them here to Mexico to visit me. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to our interview today, Luisa. There's a lot that we have to talk about. So yeah, I mean, first of all, congratulations to your success. We're gonna dive into that in just a second. So yeah, maybe we start just directly there. Like, how much money exactly have you made over the last couple of months?
Oh, on the whole, I think the last 3 months around like 14 to 15K in euros.
In euros.
So that's 3 months on the whole.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive. Yeah, I mean, tell us a little bit about your story. Where have you been before joining the mentoring program? When we basically met for the first time. Give us a little bit of a background on you.
Yeah, when we met, I was thinking about becoming a digital nomad. So I was already at a point where I had a freelancer job. I studied before and I felt like this is not the thing I want to do. I don't want to get into a full-time job or something like that, like a 9-to-5 job, you know, the typical thing. I don't want to do that. Everything in me said like, no, that's not what I want to do. Yeah. So yeah, I found a couple groups on Facebook, all the digital nomad stuff. And I dived more into that and I found my first freelancing job. Where I earned very, very bad money. Like I earned like around 1.5 to 2K a month, and I was not even working full time. But I also didn't like the job. I did cold calling, so I was in the sales already a little bit. Okay. But it was not really what I wanted to do. So
was it like a corporate job or like a freelancer job or
yeah,
what?
a freelancer job. Yeah, so it was completely remote already, but the income was not enough for traveling and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted to travel, see the world and stuff. That was the actual reason for me to get a freelancing job, right? Yes. A remote job. So yeah, that's that was the point where we came across each other. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like from the start, I felt a good connection, and I really was like inspired by your story too, because you like had kind of a different same story background, right. A little bit with like studying and
exactly
like,
the traditional road, yes, right? Like all of this.
So yeah, awesome. that was.
Oh, that's great. So this month we are now kind of end of May. So this month, where are you at with your commissions, roughly?
6.3.
6.3 thousand euros. That's income for you in your pocket, right? Yeah. And it's not your own product or something like that. You're literally just taking these calls.
Yeah, I'm just taking calls, and I have very warm leads. So I'm just taking calls, calling them, and they are happy to talk to me. And I close them. So I help them also, right? That was also a big point for me for high ticket closing, to work with coaches that are really helping people, you know. So I like the thought of like doing something good.
Definitely. Okay, so you made 6.3 this month, and then last month you finished the month at
6.5.
6.5, also euros. Yes. So nearly 7,000 US dollars last month, and then this month you're pretty close to that too. Yeah. That's amazing. Really proud of you and your success. Yeah, so I mean, you've been trying all of these different things previously. You know, you said you already have been in sales. What was for you kind of why remote closing? Like, why not any other business model? Like, what was your thought behind that?
One of the thoughts, as I said, was like the opportunity to help people, to also like jump into the whole coaching area. I already knew that I wanted to work for coaches, that I probably want to work in the whole personal development thing, because I really love that, and I love the thought of doing something good, helping people, changing their lives and stuff like that. I think that was the main point for me. And also I like to talk with people, so talking was always a thing where I could see myself, you know. And
that's amazing. That's also what I always say, like personal development and closing, it really goes hand in hand, right?
Yes, that's true.
You know, the more you develop as a person, the easier it's going to be for you in a call where you can just like kind of be the rock for someone, or kind of can help them and ask the right question, maybe ask them comfortable questions, right?
Yeah.
That you have to ask to help them make the decision for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, if you look at our mentoring program, what would you say was kind of the biggest thing that we helped you with, or the biggest takeaway, or the biggest lesson that you got from that, now thinking back?
I think probably the money mindset, like getting that right, like working on my mindset again, and leaving my comfort zone already. Like the whole thing with role playing and stuff, that was a huge thing for me in the beginning. I was like, oh, holy shit, it was super uncomfortable, but it made me grow a lot. So I became a better version of myself at some point, and I proved myself what I'm capable of, actually. And that's what you said, like closing and personal development, it goes hand in hand. And I truly see that statement is true.
Awesome. So really kind of the mindset, your relationship to money, but also you becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes, like this, and being more open in conversations. I think that is something that you learn in closing a lot. Like, as you said, like asking questions, like asking an uncomfortable question, really listening. I mean, like I learned to listen a lot. Like also my closing calls right now. From time to time, you have to focus yourself again, because when you lose the focus, you're gonna lose the call somehow. So you have to get back to listen very good to your prospect. And I think that's something that you adapt to your personal life as well.
And the funny thing about that really is, if you think about it, they're probably, like if you're watching this right now, ask yourself, would you consider yourself a good listener? Mm-hmm. Most people will say yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're horrible listeners. Yeah, because we never, who's teaching us that, or we don't learn that at school. And I always say there's a reason why God gave us like one mouth and two ears.
Yeah.
Like there must be a reason behind it, right? So.
And I would probably also before the program have said like I'm a good listener.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Not gonna blame you.
Yeah, thank you. But in the end. Now I really know what it is about to listen, like really listen and ask good questions and stuff like that. Before I was like, it was different. So I learned a lot about that, I think.
Awesome. Yeah. And I mean, your results speak basically for themselves. So are you closing, by the way, because you're from Germany, right? Mm-hmm. Are you closing in German, or are you closing in English?
I'm closing in German right now.
Closing in German right now. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes there are people, they're like, my English is not so good. I speak with an accent or something like that. And so you can actually do it in your mother language if you want to, if there's a market for it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Especially German market is
growing right now pretty nicely. There are tons of opportunities.
Yes.
How did you come across the opportunity?
For me, it was actually that I had a friend who knew somebody, and like a network thing. Yeah. So my friend connected me to a girl who has an agency, a German agency, and they work together with this influencer that I'm working now.
Ah, perfect. So basically from your own network.
Yes, right.
That's amazing. Right. Great. That's so good to hear. Yeah. What do you think about the community, the people that you met? I mean, now we invited a few clients over here to Mexico. You're one of them, and I'm super grateful for you guys to be here. Super exciting. What do you think about our community, about the people that you met throughout the journey? We have an accountability program where we match every client up with an accountability partner within our community. So what do you think of the people that you met? The community, the tribe.
Yeah, I think probably that's one of the best parts of the program, to be honest. Like some of the people that I started with are like kind of my best friends now. So that's changed a lot to be around people who have the same goals, who have the same values also, like wanting to travel, wanting to do something with their lives. And before I had like a very a different environment with people who just were like in the normal 9 to 5 and doing other things, and also like my family, they didn't really understand what I wanted to do. And the first time I really felt how much influence your environment really has. Like that pushed me so much. Like my accountability partner, you know it already, but we pushed each other like very, very hard. So that helped a lot actually to get me here.
Your accountability partner Guido, right?
Yes, right.
We have an interview with Guido. We're gonna link it down below if you want to check it out, or somewhere here. We're gonna put a link so you can watch that too. Yeah, you guys went for it like mad. I really like how you just got to work, executed, and look where you're at, right?
I think that like we were both pretty ambitious, but we pushed each other when like the other person was not at some point. So I think that helped a lot. Yeah. Also
with the role plays, you know, if you really want to get good at this, there's no way around practice. And you said that it's super uncomfortable. So within the community, you actually get access to people who want to practice as well, right? So it kind of makes the entire process a lot easier. What does your family say about your like quote unquote breakthrough in your career? Or I mean, now that you're making around 7K per month US dollars or 6.5 euros. What do they have to say about that? Do they know?
Yes, they do know. I think for them it's hard to grasp, like to understand what I'm doing exactly. I try to tell them, but I think for them it's like hard to imagine how you can make that much money. Like my mom was like, what? You didn't make 6K? You know, she's working all her life to earn like not even 2K a month, 40 hours a week. So for them it's a lot of money. But they're actually pretty happy for me. So I just talked to my brother yesterday and today again. So he was like, I'm super happy for you that you are doing your thing and to see you so happy. So yeah, I'm very, very happy that I have a supportive family behind me.
Wow, it's funny that you say they don't really understand what I'm doing. And I get that question sometimes too, like, what is remote closing? What is that? Like, how would you describe that to someone who maybe have never heard about it, or maybe have just a vague idea? How would you describe that in your own words? What is it that you do? What is remote closing?
I should describe.
Yeah, I'm asking you, like, how would you describe that to someone who maybe have no idea on what remote closing is? How would you describe that to someone in your own words?
Yeah, when it comes to my opportunity right now, I would say that I'm helping people to get a better life, exactly like I'm living the life right now that they want to have. That's what I do with my opportunity as well. So yeah, that's what remote closing actually is, like helping people to get better. Of course, it depends for what kind of opportunity you work on. But for me, that's the case. And in the end, it's about like, helping either the influencer or the person that you work with, or the person that you like sell something, or you get them on the program to get better.
How is it? Because here's the thing, because you said you already have been in sales and you were doing cold calling and all of that stuff, and you didn't get anywhere. And like, how is what we do or what you're doing right now different from the idea that maybe some people have about sales? When I hear sales, a lot of people cringe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's different in that way that you don't like go to people who don't want what you have. Like they come to you. You let people come to you, you know? So you talk to people who are actually already interested in the program or the product or whatever. So that helps a lot, right? So they come to you, they want something from you, and you just like give them more of an insight. You tell them what it's exactly about and explain everything, and then you see if it's a good fit or not. That's also the thing I really like about it. Like you don't want to sell to anybody.
Right.
So you really want to see if it's a good fit or not, if you can like add value to this person's life with what you're selling. So so it's almost like just serving and helping people to make a decision for themselves, right?
And then the other thing is this, and I talked about that in another interview as well with Guido. It is also, you're kind of a gatekeeper as well. So you make sure the wrong people are not getting on board with whatever the offer is, and that you only help people who, you know, who are a good fit for this, or who, you know, who can make it work, or you think they're a good fit for whatever the offer is.
Yeah.
Currently, I mean, we're in Mexico right now here, and I think you just have been visiting a family in Nicaragua previously. What does your day-to-day life look like right now? Like, what do you do usually in your day? Like, how much do you work? Do you work like a lot right now, or like how do you, like, what does your day look like?
I work, I would say, around 6 hours a day from Monday to Friday. Maybe I do 1 or 2 hours on Saturday. Yeah. But it's like, it depends a little bit on the call volume too. So now I had like 2 or 3 days kind of off because there were not a lot of calls. So I just relaxed. We have the gym here, we have the spa here. I got my nails done, all of that stuff, a little bit of self-care, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my life right now. So it's a lot of different if you don't have to worry about your income all the time. Like, I think you know that if you have 2K on your bank account and you have to pay rent and food and there's not a lot left, right? If you have 6K, that's a whole different thing. I think I had my first month or this month, like the first 6K I made. The first time I end the month with still 2K on my bank account. And I'd be like, what? I still have money on my bank account, you know? So this is a completely new experience for me. Yeah. And yeah, right now I'm just enjoying life. Like, I get up in the morning, I do some yoga, I take time for myself, then I do some calls. I go to the gym when I have time for it, like in between or after the calls. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna lay on the pool in the sun, something like that. That's how my days look like right now.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, then I mean, there's another 6K coming probably from this month as well, right? Yeah. So that's amazing. Cool. Let me see. There's another question I have for you here. What would you say to someone who might be thinking about, you know, joining the mentoring program, or maybe we already had a call together and it was just a big investment for them, and you know, they're not sure if this is the right thing for them, or they're considering joining but they don't know if it's the right thing for them or not, or they maybe have some concerns about investment or something like that. Like, what would you tell someone who has that position? Or maybe just think back when you were about to join our community and our mentoring program, so you went through the process yourself. Yeah. What would you say to someone?
I would say, like, really think about what you want to change. Like, do you want to change? Do you want to change in your life? Because if you want, like, I would go for it. Because as I told you, it changed everything for me. Like, I reached kind of all my goals, not yet, but the goals I had when I started the program, right? I wanted to see my family in Nicaragua. I wanted to go there. I wanted to leave Hamburg because it was kind of my comfort zone. I really wanted to get out of my old environment because a lot of the things like changed the last year. And yeah, I made it all happen, and I think I would not be able to do that if I would not join the program. And as I said, like, my whole mind shift also shifted, right? So with this kind of investment in yourself, you also invest in your future, in your development, in your mindset, and it will change not only the job that you do, but also the way you look at things and how you live your life.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's there's nothing more to add there, really. Yeah, it's also a lot of people, they're always thinking often, you know, what could go wrong? What if I cannot make it work? And something that I always preach is with closing, if you cannot make it work with remote closing, like where everything is within your control, right? If you cannot find someone to work with, for example, or if you talk to a lot of business owners because you want to take calls for them, inbound calls, and you cannot manage to close them on working with you, it's on you, right? If you look at other business models, drop shipping, you're very reliant on Facebook ads often, or Amazon FBA, where you have to deal with Chinese suppliers. Right now, that's a disaster. All of that stuff. There's always like or Amazon. You're very dependent on Amazon. Yeah, with closing, it's really within you. If you cannot make it work, the good thing is you can fix that within you, right? Yeah, I mean, as we slowly wrapping things up here, is there anything else that you want to mention? Anything else that you want to mention before we wrapping things up? Anything that you want to share?
No, I think the most important parts or things were said already. Like, for anybody who wants to join, maybe it's important to say that again. Like, it's not only about the program itself and the personal development, but also about the community and the people you meet there. Because, you're gonna meet a lot of beautiful people from all around the world, and that's also adding a lot of value. So. I can definitely recommend it. So,
yeah, I think with that being said, if you're interested in learning more about how we are able to help you as well to get results like Luisa here, then we're gonna put a link down below where you can just book a free strategy call with myself. So you talk to me personally. And then we're going to talk about your situation, what you have going on, and how we might be able to help you as well to get some amazing results like our beautiful client, Luisa here. So thank you so much for watching. And I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.